incredible. What is it? Am I doing something wrong? Do you want something different?
Stop talking.
Wait a minute. Oh! Oh!
Lie still.
Please, stop!
When men and women try to talk, it's a minefield. Even after millions of years, we still haven't gotten it right. I mean, if a man compliments a woman's hairstyle, it could mean just that, or it could mean, hey, babe, I'm interested, how about it? See, it all comes down to nuance. Every look, every word that passes between the sexes has 1,000 subtle shadings. These days, a careless comment or misunderstood gesture can get you in serious trouble. Sometimes can even get you killed.
Hey, where's your partner?
Well, she got loaned out to Vice, some sting operation.
So it's just you and me, huh?
And her.
Oh, that does spoil the mood, doesn't it?
Yeah, I told you, I'm taking.
Well, a girl can dream, can't she?
You're playing with me, aren't you?
Anyway, we got young white female, late teens, early 20s, 5'7", 100 and I'd say 5 pounds. That is, of course, deducting for the augmented body parts.
Her name is Shelley Hunter. She was staying at the hotel, one of the models for the fashion shoot. She asked the hotel manager last night around 10 p.m. for directions down to this beach.
Well, I'd say time of death is anywhere between 12 a.m. and 4. She's got some bruising around her neck, but no other signs of struggle.
So she was meeting someone or just took a walk and got jumped? Any sign of sexual assault?
Definitely could be, but I'll know more when I get her on the table.
All right, gentlemen.
You know, she was here working on that Athlete World's itty-bitty swimsuit.
Ah, get
issue.
that every year.
You do?
Oh, hey, no. It's a very good magazine. I like the articles as well.
Oh, yeah, right. You'd get it even if it didn't have practically naked, gorgeous women on every page,
No, see,
right?
I know exactly where this is going. I'm not gonna bite.
Are you offering?
Hey, I told you, I'm taking.
Of course you are. I'll have the paperwork to you by the end of the day, okay?
See ya.
Okay.
Oh, man. Too late. Somebody already tossed the place.
Are you kidding? It's always like this. These girls are pigs.
Not good guess, huh?
They don't order room service. They
Uh-huh.
don't tip. They steal everything that's not nailed down. You decide.
Yeah, go figure. Look, can you tell me where they're shooting today?
Yeah, the Everglades. They'll be back this evening, unfortunately.
All right. And who's Shelley Hunter's roommate?
Margot.
She got a last name?
Yeah, no, she's one of those one-name jobbers, you know, like Cher, Madonna, Godzilla. Well, I mean, look at this place. Besides, I already gave all that information to that other detective.
Other detective. Detective trainee.
That's right. And from what I hear, she's a real pistol.
Come on, Cap. She's a trainee. Why did she get to the crime scene before me and mess the whole thing up?
All right, so she's a little overeager, but that's why she's been assigned to you. The higher-ups figure you'd be a very good
Wait a minute, wait. I have been assigned a detective in training. For how long?
1 week.
1 week.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Cap, come on!
Lorenzo, this is not a request. This is an order. Her name is Lisa Hahn. She was top of her class at the academy, and she's got several commendations for her work in uniform.
You know, Cap, with Rita loaned out to Vice, I mean, I got double the workload, and you expect me to babysit this trainee?
Be happy you pulled her. Vice got the hayseed from Tallahassee.
Sorry to barge in. I figured you have a lot of work to do. I'm Lisa Hahn. You must be Chris Lorenzo.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
I hope you don't mind my getting a jump on the crime scene. I ran jackets for the entire crew and the models of the shoot. I left copies on your desk.
Very, very good, Officer Hahn. Now, Chris, would you please take her out of here before all this enthusiasm gives me a rash?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You have a great rep. I'm looking forward to working with you. I know I'm going to learn a lot.
Thanks, Lisa.
The group's been shooting at the beach for several days now. I think Shelley was probably meeting someone she knew. Probably someone involved with the photo shoot.
Really?
Absolutely. My suggestion would be to start with the producer, Jerry Kendall. Do you want me to set it up?
No.
Why not?
I already set it up. Meeting him in 20 minutes.
Oh.
Hey, partner, how's it going?
They have got to hire more women. I am so tired of being put on the street, and these pads are killing me.
Sergeant Lance, I'm Detective Trainee Hahn. I was really disappointed when I learned I wouldn't be working with you this week.
Well, I'm sure Sergeant Lorenzo would be very helpful.
I really wanted to work with a woman detective. I was hoping that you could, talk me through the politics.
Sure, yeah, maybe we can have a beer one night.
Oh, that'd be great. I'll see you outside.
Yeah.
Here I was feeling guilty about you working alone all week.
You gotta be kidding me. I hate babysitting these trainees.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. You can make use of the free labor, get her to pick up reports from the lab, type up reports we haven't gotten to.
Oh. I've just been looking at this thing with the wrong perspective.
Sure, have her run all your errands, fetch your coffee, pick up your dry cleaners, paint your apartment.
It's funny, very funny. So you have no idea who Shelley was at the beach with last night?
No, I'm afraid not. Shelley was a very sweet girl. We're all going to miss her.
Yeah, I can see the mourning going on all around me.
Sergeant, these girls are paid to look like they're having a good time. It's their job. Arch your back, sweetheart. You look thinner when that tush is in the air.
Where were you last night between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m., Mr. Kendall?
I was in my room entertaining a guest.
A guest have a name?
Vicki, could you come over here, please? Vicki, sweetheart, these are police officers, and they want to know where I was last night.
I don't want to say anything in front of the other girls.
Well, we'll be discreet.
Jerry, Mr. Kendall and I were in his room together.
Thank you, sweetheart. Makeup! Get some concealer under Vicki's eyes. It's starting to look like a salt flat under there, dear.
Excuse me.
You spent some time in jail 5 years ago for battery, isn't that right, Mr. Kendall?
A misunderstanding. That young woman who wasn't able to let go of a relationship, she dropped the charges.
Is Shelley's roommate here?
Margot? Yes, she's the tall blonde. She'll be available in a few minutes. Oh, now if you'll excuse me, I'll be right over there if you need me.
know what? That battery charge was good, but it's something I would have waited on a little bit. It's like faking a punch. You gave him a little bit too much time to duck.
Yeah, but he's the obvious perp. Look at the way he talks to these girls. Plus, he had access.
He's also got an alibi. Big hole. Look, Lisa, I know this is your first day. You're excited, but you gotta remember, you're the trainee. So you do a little less, you watch a little more, okay?
Sorry. I'm nervous. I know it's Kendall. I can feel it in my gut.
You don't know anything. Okay, you follow the evidence no matter what. In the courtroom, your gut does nothing for you. Hey, you Margot?
Yeah. Listen, I've been working since 6 this morning, so make it quick.
Yeah, I understand that you were Shelley's roommate.
Yeah, what about it?
Were you two close?
I've only known her since we started this shoot 4 days ago. Look, I'm hot. Is there anything else?
Do you have any idea who she was with at the beach last night?
No. Can I go now?
Thank you. We appreciate your time.
Just wanted to smack her, didn't you? So did I. But we didn't. Getting the hang of this. New trainees depress me. So young, so eager, full of energy. Makes me feel old.
Yeah. To her, you probably are old.
Low blow.
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. You're the perfect age for me.
Yeah, right.
So, how is she? She hold any promise?
Well, she's a little short on tact. She's fearless. I think she has a future.
I saw her when I picked you up. She's very pretty.
Oh.
I don't have anything to worry about, do I?
Not at all. Besides, I like older, more mature women.
Oh, you wretch. Oh. Tell them we're not buying.
We're not buying! Hold on. You hold on to that thought, huh? Yeah.
Sorry about this, but I think it's important.
Come in. Really? Your drug arrest was under the name Sandra Panetti. Any other names we should know about?
Look, I was young and addicted. That's ancient history now.
Was Shelley trying to score drugs the other night on the beach?
This is the first time I worked with a girl. I didn't know her at all.
How do the models feel about Kendall?
Some of the girls buy his act, some don't, and some don't care.
Didn't know he had an act.
Oh, yeah. That whole, I'm such a hard edge but sensitive on the inside number buys him a lot of bonage.
Shelley in that lineup?
She swallowed it whole.
Would Shelley have slept with Kendall to get the cover shot?
These girls would sleep with Rush Limbaugh if it would get him the cover. This is big business.
You were on the cover 3 years running. What'd that cost you?